Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Shaun's solo video presentation thing. Yes. So, you know, like I'm sure most of you have heard, well, PAX Prime happened this past weekend, and there they had like a special, like Metal Gear Solid, like kind of, it's the 25th anniversary, and they just had like a big 25th anniversary expo in Japan. But Hideo Kojima, Hideo Kojima came to the US to show off what was kind of like a mystery type thing, you know, like a lot of people thought it was Project Ogre, which was like something he's been working on, and that's like the kind of the code name for it. But he said that this is not Project Ogre, because Project Ogre was described as Hideo Kojima's like open world game project that he's been working on for the past few years. But apparently that is not the case at all, and what I'm talking about is Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, which is an actual installment in the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Like, it's going to be in line, I believe it's like basically like a sequel to Peace Walker, but it's whatever happens in this game is supposed to set up, like, give you the information you need to play what's going to be coming out probably next generation, which is going to be Metal Gear Solid 5. Because Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes is this generation, so it's going to come out probably, I'm assuming it's going to come out like next fall or so. Probably like towards the end, like once, because I'm pretty sure next year like the new next-gen consoles are probably going to be announced, at least for the PlayStation and the Xbox, like kind of the new systems will probably be announced next year. But anyways, so they had like a 14 minute gameplay trailer. Well, it's 14 minutes if you see the extended edition one, and it looks freaking awesome. I am a dyed-in-the-wool like Metal Gear Solid fan, and like I know like a lot of people, some people don't like this series at all, and I think a lot of it comes down to usually the complaints are like, the overlong cutscenes and the convoluted story and blah 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 blah. I am not one of those people. I enjoy it like kind of unabashedly, unironically, just love those games. I mean, even though they are indefensibly like convoluted, like the plots and the storylines and stuff like that, but for some reason I just love it. I literally cannot get enough. Like, I've played the games that are out like so far, like the Metal Gear Solid games that are out so far, like I've played them all probably at the very least like 3 times, and I think that's like Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker maybe Portable Ops. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops is the one I've played the least. I think I actually only played that like twice. But anyways, so I'm a huge fan, and so just like another actual like adding to the mythology game, like I am so down for. And the graphics of this thing, like it's a new engine, like Hideo Kojima's made this, I believe this is the unveiling of the Fox engine, which is like a new system, and it looks fucking beautiful. It looks goddamn gorgeous, and that doesn't really even have me excited so much. Like, I mean, I like good graphics just as much as the next person, but it's not really a requirement for me. The idea of actually like playing a Metal Gear game like in an open world sense and stuff like that, I think is like an awesome, fantastic idea. And especially like coming off of like something like Peace Walker, like, or the Naked Snake era, where he's in like, in foreign countries and stuff like that, and I think it really lends itself like really well to just like the open world dynamic. And it's so cool. There's so many cool new things that they kind of showed off. Like, they were showing off, like, and one of the coolest things I think is like you can throw that down like this flare that will call in a helicopter that you can take you can ride. You can take it for a ride to get to like fast travel basically, or it can come in for support, like gunner support and stuff like that. Like, that's so fucking cool. And it's cool too because like you can actually load up like any song you want, and when the helicopter approaches, it'll be like playing on a speaker in the helicopter. I think the default song is Flight of the Valkyries, which, to be honest, I'll probably just keep that on there because I think Flight of the Valkyries is kind of awesome. But you can have any song you want. But he's like, but watch out what you put, because because it will actually alert enemies like the crazier and the louder the song is. So probably no death metal. Probably not be a good idea. But the trailer is just like all the Metal Gear Solid, like their announcement trailers for all of the games, pretty much all the way back to even the PS1 era. Even though the actual like first unveiling of Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1 was completely different. I believe it was like a CGI cutscene. It's been a long time since I watched it. It was like a CGI cutscene, which if you played Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation 1, you know that no CGI. They used in-game graphics for all the cutscenes and stuff like that, which honestly I think it was the right choice. Like, just because I find, like, you know, when you bring it out to like one of those beautiful, while they look beautiful and stuff, rendered CGIs, it kind of just takes you out of the game, and I think it's just more effective to use in-game graphics. Even back then, I think it just works better. But yeah, but they've always been like really impressive. They've always been like awesome and just building a sense of mystery, and oh, so good. And this trailer for Metal Gear Solid Zeros is no exception. Like, it really is. Like, it's truly like got some mysterious, like, scarred-faced man walking through like an army camp. Like, goes to see this little kid that's in a cage, and this little kid's like listening to something, and he's got these like plugs in his chest. And oh man, so awesome. A lot of people are thinking that maybe he's like Psycho Mantis, because this is a prequel to, you know, to Metal Gear Solid, so like maybe he's Psycho Mantis because he's got the scarred face and everything like that. I don't know if I agree with that totally. I mean, like, that's kind of what popped in my head the first time, but I'm not sure if that would be Psycho Mantis, because Psycho Mantis never, like, because this guy comes off like a general, like he's like a military man, and from what I remember from Psycho Mantis, it has been a while since I played Metal Gear Solid, but from what I remember about Psycho Mantis, I don't think he was like a military man, like as far as like, you know, just, I don't know. Although he does have the same, because Psycho Mantis' face is all fucked up, and he's got this, so he's got that, he looks like a burned face, and that Psycho Mantis' face is burned because he set fire to the village he lived in. So maybe it is Psycho Mantis. You never know. That's what's awesome about it. They don't tell you, so you can have fun speculating. We can all have fun speculating as fans. And it's just, oh, it's so glorious. and then he fucking so cool. Oh, that's what, like, oh, that's the other thing. Like, the guy who may or may not be Psycho Mantis, just like the dude with the messed up face, like, he's carrying around all these like foxhound patches, and then he gets in a helicopter and he throws them off into the wind. And so that's making me think that these people used to be part of Foxhound, and they're like defectors basically. And then you see a naked snake climbing up the side of a mountain and like getting in, and then it kind of sneaking into the area. And he even makes a little joke when he says, he's like, you know, it made you wait for a long time, didn't I? And I thought that was a nice little joke for the fans there. And then it goes to the gameplay where it shows you the helicopter, and it shows you that you can drive jeeps and stuff like that. So I'm super excited for this game, because, you know, like, I'll probably play like Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, or Metal Gear Solid Rising Revengeance. Like, I'll probably play that, but I was not like super stoked for it. I'm not like over the moon excited for it, and not because like I have like any lack of faith in the other development teams and stuff like that, but it's not like a Kojima production, and like I'm kind of torn, because like Hideo Kojima, you know, he has like other games in him, and he's always been kind of like, you know, he's always said every Metal Gear Solid games he makes, he said, this is the last one I'm ever gonna make, and like fan outcry basically has kept him on the series. But the way he described Metal Gear Solid Zeros is that, like, this is not the end, this is the beginning. So obviously there's going to be a lot more Metal Gear Solid, like, universe stuff kind of probably planned in the future for Konami and Kojima Productions. And so he must, you know, I'm assuming it seems like he's a little bit reinvigorated with the franchise. Maybe he found something else to say. Some other thing to comment on, because that's, you know, Metal Gear Solid, it's like very, like, there's a lot of social commentary and stuff like that kind of in the subtext of what's going on in the games, and I've always been like totally enraptured by it and enthralled by it. So I am super excited, cannot wait. It's gonna be a long year for me, but like, it's gonna be one of those games where I'm not gonna be able to help myself, because a lot of times I stay away from, like, you know, footage or clips and stuff like that, because I would like to experience it as fresh as possible in most games. But this one I'm gonna have a really hard time not just like watching every bit of footage and reading every article that's written about it. So yeah, well, that's my kind of my impressions of the trailer / demo. Did you guys see it? What did you think about it? Leave some comments, man. I'd love to talk to you guys about it. And yeah, so I'm Shaun, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.